something that symbolizes either a family or a person or a position. Does anybody know who this is?
Pope, the new Pope?
The new Pope. So Pope, which Pope?
Pope Benedict?
Benedict.
Yeah.
So if you look that up, coat of arms of Pope Benedict, that's what you'll find. Right? It's the sistrum with the crown on that part of the crest. So a big question would be why, why is she there? What do these keys represent? The rope in between them, etc. Just some questions, right? Coat of arms of Somalia. Okay, and when you look up Somalia, the Republic of Somalia, in Somali language, you find that the word republic is Jamhuriyada, Jamhuriyada, Somalia. So, what does this word Jamhuriyada have to do with republic? Right? What's the relation? If you look here, it says battlements in the Moorish style. Right, so that's the coat of arms. The Haitian flag, right? There's some interesting connotations in the Haitian flag there, right? The flags on the top of the tree. The broken chains, right? Union faded for it, right? A union made out of force, right? Force. Again, now getting back to this side of the world and across the Atlantic, you have a place that was called Canaan, right, in the Bible. They said that Canaan was around here. So this is called the Levant area. Modern day would be Lebanon, right, close to Israel, right? So when you look that up, that's where you find Levant or Lebanon. Well, here, this is an Egyptian memorial stone of a mercenary, Levantine soldier, drinking beer in the company of his Egyptian wife and child, 18th dynasty, 350 BC. Now that brother looks, like a brother in here, right? And his sister too. And their neighbors, Assyrians, right? From those ancient times. That's what they look like. That hat looks kind of familiar, doesn't it? Okay. So is it Canada or Canaan? Because that's the continental flag of America, if you were unaware. The flag that represents the entire landmass, the entire continent, well, not any one state. And that's the Lebanese flag. How many flags do you know that have a tree on them, right? There's some things to think about, and then, right? From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, this is the slogan, part of the song for the United States Navy, Marines, right? So marine means water, right? Okay. So Montezuma, there's Montezuma, and there's a Bay of Tripoli. Where's Tripoli? Tripoli is modern day Libya, right?
Yes, Libya.
And you see the town of Tripoli is there. But at one time, I believe they called this the whole country Tripoli, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Where's Montezuma?
Yeah. Montezuma, this is Montezuma. Montezuma is in Mexico. Okay. His kingdom was in Mexico.
It was an emperor, right?
Yes.
Or a king.
Yeah. This is the Bay of, it says the Bay of Tripoli. So a bay would be like a prince, a governor of a particular area. That area would be called his Beylik.
So they talked about, the song's talking about the empire that they conquered.
Yeah. Precisely, right? Because if that's their marine, that's their military force, then they're singing the songs from the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli. That's what they are trying to defend. The reason that's in the song is because a lot of the sailors, people coming out of this area of the world, Tripoli, Tunis, right? They were pirates, and they were pirating the Atlantic, taking ships, taking people, taking slaves, making it hard for people to do commerce, and making it hard for the United States to really grow its reserves. They were almost bankrupt up until 1905, the end of the Barbary Wars, called because of the Barbary pirates, right? That's called the Barbary Coast, North Africa. There's some other ancient Moors. This man is Bodhidharma, who they say was the originator of Kung Fu, right? All the Kung Fu styles. He walked from, they say, India to all through China and studied the animals on the way that he met. And so that's how he formed the different styles and of defending himself by learning through the animals, watching animals. This statue seems to be a depiction of him, basically, right? A caricature. The mythical Queen Khalifa, right, who was said to be queen of the Amazons, and she commanded a legion of 200 sphinxes and waged war somewhere across the Atlantic in the Mediterranean area. So, although she's said to be mythical, again, right, California is named after her, though. Right? Another famous woman, right, Queen Elizabeth I, showed a study yesterday where it talks about, it says, of late, diverse blackamoors brought into this realm, of which kind of people there are already here too many. Right? So she ordered that those kind of people should be sent forth of the land. In other words, expelled. And I believe the year after this letter was written, the expulsion of Moors began to take place. Around a few dozen that next year, hundreds more later on. Right? And you can clearly see it's kind of, yeah, the handwriting is kind of scratchy, but if you look closely, it starts up there of late, that line there. And then you see blackamoors is there. Yeah. This is in the 1590s, 1596. But that Elizabeth is not to be confused with this Elizabeth. This is Dido Elizabeth, the sister here, right, and her cousin. And she was the niece of Lord Mansfield in England, who was, if you look him up, he was instrumental in the abolitionist movement in England. Okay. They called her Dido. Right? So why Dido? Well, if you look up Dido, Dido was a queen of Tyre. Okay, so where's Tyre? Right, the city of Tyre is in Lebanon. Right, there may be other cities of Tyre, but one of the most famous cities of Tyre is in Lebanon. So that Queen Dido was a famous queen of Lebanon. I had the picture, but there's a picture. If you look her up, then you'll see also this was a dark-skinned sister. Right, there's a picture of her laying on a bed, and then her maids beside her tending to her. So they named this sister after the Queen of Tyre, Dido. Okay. So that's a big name that you're hearing in pop culture again also. So you know where it comes from when you hear that name, and it's not just, right? So those are just a few things that I put together for today. I thank you guys for listening. I'm looking forward to Taj. I know you guys are all too, so give thanks.
All right, Islam, peace and love.
All right, again, let's welcome Sister Raj.
And so I welcome you as well. It's an honor to be here today on Prophet Noble Drew Ali's solar return, and to be here in Canaanland with my brothers and sisters. I want to share some information and really look forward to whatever questions you have to ask, because as they say, when the student is ready, the teacher appears, and all of you are teachers and students, and your questions actually show where you are, because you really already have the answer. You just affirming it with your brethren and the universe. I wanted to start out with, I don't know if can you see that I have the cover of the 101s behind me?
Yes.
Oh, great.
No, we can see most of it.
Yeah,
If you
well,
move it, yeah.
right, let me just, I'm sure all of you there have seen the cover and have the booklet, right?
Yes.
All right, so I just have it up here because I wanted to start with what nationality and birthrights are and how it relates to all of us, and particularly to the sisters, the mothers. Because when you even think of the word nationality and birthrights, nationality is derived from the moment you're born. Of course, there's birthrights. So if sisters aren't involved, it's almost like we can't even really discuss it or effectuate it to its degree, because it is she that will, as it says in chapter 2, that the sons, yes, the sons will give the light. That's where we are in this day. However, the sons have to first have the light in order to give the light. And it starts from, they receive it from their mother, from the universal energies that are effective as she is building Solomon's or Solomon's temple within the darkness, in the silence, and with no tools. So that's the womb. So when she's in harmony with the universe and the energies thereof, which we know depicts as the astrology wheel, right? That describes them, and it's really a teaching tool for children. That's why it has the little animals on it, so they can see the different characteristic descriptions. However, when you look at that wheel, you take that veil off as you grow, and you see that it means something totally different on various levels, and it's the 360 degrees of knowledge. So with that, it's also unconscious from a 1912 definition, says that it is the part of the psychic apparatus that does not ordinarily enter into the individual's awareness, and that is manifested especially by slips of the tongue or disassociated acts or even in dreams. So now, I did that to set up the depiction of the 101s and to let the sisters know our responsibility, because we are born with enough eggs in our womb to create a nation. There's only one nation, however, and that is the Moorish nation. Everything comes up under it, because we're the mothers and fathers of civilization on the entire planet. Now, regardless to what you believe or what you think, that fact will not be changed. So when Prophet Canaanland Moors Drew Ali said for you to go back to the mindsets of your ancient foremothers and forefathers, and to study, that was what he was speaking about, because there's more study to do. And we know now, in this age of Aquarius, which is information, that these things are coming to the forefront for all of us. I'd like to ask, have you gotten, and I'm pretty sure you have, the proclamation that came down from Mecca, from the mayor of Mecca?
Yes.
Have you seen that?
Yes.
Yes, Mayor of Chicago, which is Mecca. Okay. Are you aware that just yesterday or 2 days ago, 2 other mayors here also affirmed that proclamation?
No.
Which ones?
No? All right, we'll have it on the site. The mayor of Baltimore and of Omaha, Nebraska. So the consciousness is absolutely here, and we have to just take our places. And for the sisters, we really have to know what our, I don't want to say place, so I guess place in all of this is, and our obligation. It's really an obligation. Now, I like the fact that behind me I have the same picture, right? However, a brother, I don't know his name on here, I'm sure you've seen this, he kind of colored it in, and it makes it look really beautiful. And it says, when she awakens, humanity will be redeemed. But of course, because she's the one who brings in humanity. So that would have to occur. Absolutely have to occur. I also would like to go through so we can really tie in how all of us are associated with the 5 principles and the 5 lights, and the word Islam, and as an acronym meaning I, self-law, and master when it comes to master being mother, and then as you develop this I, self-law, am master. The first symbol, second.